All right, well, the skies really opened up when Isabel came in a couple hours ago, and hopefully they won't do the same for Viasat. But it is getting darker. Again, just to confirm, Team Viasat winners of the 8-person relay division and relay division overall, fastest time on the course. 5 days, 20 hours, and 33 minutes to go 2,980 miles, I believe, is our close to official distance. That time is provisional because there is some work still being done on the times, and that might change, but it's close enough for right now. All right, Viasat is on the way, and they're coming pretty fast. I'm expecting them here in less than 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes at the most. RAAM Executive Race Director Rick Bothling joining us. Let's just chat a little bit about some relay racing. So RAAM, kind of the heart and soul is solo racing, as it started in 1982 as the Great American Bike Race with Lon Haldeman, Michael Shermer, John Howard, and John Marino. And what, 1989, I think Pete Penseers, Bob Forney, and a couple of other top solo racers actually took HPVs and recumbents and did a relay race across the country, right?
Yeah, super unusual way to start the team division, because like HPVs or tandems, like either one of those two bikes, you don't see that much. You know, you're used to seeing a more standard bike style. But like you said, four really fast guys decided, hey, we'll get HPVs, which a fared recumbent bike, and they flew. And they were really fast. But then it was I think they raced twice maybe like that. And then it took a little bit of evolution to get the current team structures happening.
And that, in 1992, Team Mannheim won, and that was captained by Jim Kennedy. And now the fastest team award is named after Jim, who was the winner of really, the first official team race?
Yeah, that was actually 1992 was the first official beginning of team racing in RAAM. Like I said, the HPV guys did it, tested it out, and I think they saw an opportunity for a really different style of racing that might open the doors to people that don't want to ride the whole way solo.
And then in 2000, Jim Petrie, who was running the race at the time, started the corporate division, brought in 8-person relays, and Viasat really has the spirit of that division in it.
Yeah, so the quick evolution of that is you went from 4-person teams, then they added 2-person teams, which you've participated in successfully. And then a few years after that, Jim Petrie saw an opportunity to bring on 8-person teams, which again would open the door a little bit more. And his idea was to go get corporate teams to come race. Teams like Viasat, Cliff Bar. I mean, there's been quite a few of them that have come out and participated in that division. Viasat's been here 12 times.
And this edition of Viasat, everybody works at Viasat who's racing, as well as a number of crew, correct?
Yeah, so all the racers work at Viasat. Some of the crew work at Viasat. I think the other part of the crew are family and friends. So they're all really, truly a tight corporate group. And I think every year that Viasat has raced, with the exception of one, they have all been corporate employees. Gotcha. Well, we got them coming. So let's just let them tell the story.
Yeah, we'll talk to them about their history. All right, Viasat coming again. This is a lone team this year to break the 6-day barrier, 5 days, 20 hours, 33 minutes. Fantastic race by Team Viasat. As Rick was just saying, this team has a lot of experience behind it. The team name of Viasat, but this one I believe is made up of 8 rookie racers.
Sorry about the DNF, although the raw finish is good. Yeah, it's good. It's all good.
And probably for the best, because I think I would have been best.
Would you just have been you would have had fun interviewing me.
Yeah, I don't know how much work I would have done.
I know, I would have been interviewing you, because we would have turned the tables. He would have just been sitting there drooling.
All right, that horn means that Viasat is on the way to the finish line. They are in the parking lot, ready to round the curve and come down the finish chute. This team started a week ago Saturday, and again got here in less than 6 days, 5 days, 20 hours, 33 minutes. Let's put our hands together and welcome Team Viasat to the finish line. Winners of the 8-person relay division. Great job, Viasat. Racers, if we could have you up on stage, please, without your helmets. All right, let's hear it for Team Viasat, winners of the 8-person relay, 5 days, 20 hours, 33 minutes. Fabulous job. And here is Rick Bothling with your finishers medals. And as the winners of your event, you get a really rare trophy plaque. So again, let's hear it for Team Viasat. These guys really earned your cheers and applause. 5 days, 20 hours, 33 minutes. That was really lame. You guys can be louder than that. Come on. That okay? Yeah. So we had a chat with a couple of your teammates before the race, and your tryout sounded kind of brutal and intimidating. What was it like for you to even attempt to join this team?
Oh yeah, we have a legendary tryout up and down Palomar Mountain, which is a classic hill in San Diego. It's a definitely beast of a climb. The tryout is you got to go up and down the mountain as fast as possible. Top 8 times qualify for the team.
And that's it. It's just go.
Yeah, then it's train and get ready for the real deal.
So what were your feelings as you were going into that tryout?
Oh, I love it. A couple of us just are hill climbers, and so that tryout is fun, and it's just great to go out there and hit it hard and do your best.
Thank you. So what were your goals personally when you joined this team? Why did you want to do Race Across America as part of the corporate team?
So I wanted to do this race because it's been a long time since Viasat has entered. The last time we did Race Across America was 2017, and me and Stephen Lavery did the Race Across the West in 2019, and that really fueled my ambition to want to do the full thing. We had a couple of hiccups with COVID getting in the way, but we finally were able to put an 8-person team together, get Viasat to back us, and we were full gas. My goal for this year, personally, was just to get a team across the finish line. I personally wanted to win as well, but that was a secondary goal. We ended up being able to accomplish both, and I'm super happy that we're here.
Greg, really kind of the same question. At Viasat, you've got a lot to live up to because there's a great tradition in doing this event with that company, and you had a lot to represent.
Damn straight. No, yeah, there is a long tradition, and that's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to join the team, is to see what it was like, stand in the other guy's shoes, and be able to push myself and see what I could do, you know, day after day. But yeah, it was I think that the cool thing is this event, the RAAM event, is brings a lot of people together. It brings a lot of people from Viasat together where we can learn from each other and just learn about each other. You know, it wasn't just the riding. We had these great crew members that really we could not do this ride without the crew, for sure. So we appreciate that, and we had a lot of fun with them. So it wasn't just hard riding. It was fun. It was enjoyable. You know, we missed out on a little bit of sleep, but we got some sleep as well, so it wasn't horrible.
So I know you've got all sorts of tales from the event, but you've got to tell us about your run-in with Bambi.
So the Pennsylvania woods are pretty dense, and at 3 a.m. you really can't see a thing. And if you're booking it down a hill at 30 miles an hour, starting to get down arrow, and then comes a deer, you don't have much time to react, and you're just going to go over. So that's what I did. Fortunately, came out unscathed, really, and happy to be here still. And, you know, I know not all of the riders who are out there are able to say the same thing. So,
were you able to pick up and keep riding? I mean, it doesn't look like you were too badly torn up.
I was, yeah. You know, I had to sit down, make sure I hit my head a little bit, make sure concussion was clear, and then just charged it up the hill.
Great team attitude. Love it. So you are the only member of this team with hair on your legs, which is really, so you haven't shaved. These guys like trimmed every day, and
yeah, no, I think that I think I'm the least experienced member on the team, and it shows with my leg hair for sure. But also,
if it only shows because of your leg hair, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, or I don't need the help, I guess. There's two ways you can frame it.
How long have you been riding?
I've had a road bike for about a decade, but I would say that I've been cycling for a year and a half or so. Most seriously, I did a century prior to this, and so this is a little bit of a different thing, but an awesome experience with a really great group of riders and crew members and the support of a wonderful company as well.
So I love this. Your longest ride to this date was a century, and you decided you wanted to give Race Across America a try. To me, that's really the beauty of the 8-person relay.
Yeah, no, it felt, approachable is not the right word, but knowing that I had teammates to back me and a lot of institutional knowledge from past teams at Viasat, I really feel like we have a strategy that is dialed and allows us to excel and really push all out and have time to recover. And so I felt really comfortable knowing that we had this institutional knowledge and this deep history of RAAM at Viasat.
Fabulous job. Thank you. So what was it like for you all as you're working your way through the solos? I know when I was racing relay, I have a little bit of guilt, but at the same time, you want to catch them. How bad were you guys wanting to catch Isabel?
So we try to push as much as we can, and but we had, I would say, a fair lead with the T804. So we say, okay, for the last pool, I would say, play safely because it was rainy, quite slippery. So we went, I would say, fast, but not as fast as we could go.
And you actually had some really good weather all the way across. Any parts where you were having any difficulties?
Kansas, compared to other time, was very windy, headwinds, and so we have to push a lot just to keep reasonable speed. So compared to previous time where I did in 2016, 17 was really full speed and without so much effort. So it was different.
Nice. Congrats on the win. Team climber?
Yeah, you got me there, yeah. Is that obvious?
Yeah, you look like a climber. What were some of your favorite parts of really tell us a memorable time that you had, actually good or bad, during this event that really stands out to you?
Yeah, so we set up our shifts to have me and Chris Covell on the climbs, obviously, and really went in there to execute. We spent a lot of time planning for that, and that was memorable. Wolf Creek was really insane, hard to breathe, but I think we executed our plan, took a little power off, and stayed conservative on it. Yeah.
So what was it like to get an early lead and then be building on that? You didn't have anybody to really pace off of. So, I mean, I was joking a little bit with wanting to catch the solo race leader, but at the same time, I'm sure that was a goal.
I knew they'd call me out on soft pedaling, so we were just on the gas the whole time. You know, that's an easy way to do it, is get out early and just try and never see the other teams again.
Congratulations. How are you going to follow this up? Because going out and running a 5K just isn't the same.
Yeah, especially if you don't run. I think like maybe we're restarting, as Tyler mentioned, the whole RAAM institution back at Viasat. So maybe you know, our coworkers will see what we've done here and put their name into the hat for next year's, you know, time trial and qualifier. I think that would be a great way to kind of like, you know, bring the effort back to Viasat and to keep it going for future years.
And just a question for you, which I'd love to hear input from everybody, but we don't have time. But when did you really feel the team gel during the race? Was there a point where you just came together?
So because we're so disconnected throughout the race, we don't really gel as an 8-person totally. But like waking up after your sleep shift and seeing the progress of the other team, I guess, kind of motivates you to say, okay, well, I'm going to put in my best effort. And then the next team that wakes up will see that. And then it just keeps going on and on and on. And then if you step back from that and you see the progress as we make our way east, then it becomes apparent that everybody's in it for a common goal. And that's where, I guess, to answer your question, that's where you would see that team kind of boost happening.
Love it. Great answer.
What's that?
The L band. I keep thinking about this thing you guys had called the L band. And can you tell us a little about that?
So we had so each of our team cars and our follow were all connected via push-to-talk technology. So it uses the cell service, but in areas where we didn't have it, would fail over to satellite. And the band that's the designator for that technology is the L band. So that's how we would keep connected. Yeah, that's Viasat. That's our technology.
That's who?
That's our Viasat.
All right. Let's hear it for Viasat, and come on up, crew. There we go. We got some sound back. All right. Want to have everybody from this team up here. And yes, crew is a massive part of the team. And especially with an 8-person relay, I can't imagine the logistics you're going through with this. And first, we want to recognize Team Viasat as winners of the corporate team division. Love it. This was started back in 2000. And Viasat, I believe, is the most frequent entrant into the corporate team, but a number of teams aren't able to fulfill all rider duties with actual company members, so that became pretty difficult for teams to do. But this Viasat team, every racer is an employee of Viasat, and that is a huge accomplishment. So let's give them a round of applause for the Jim Petrie Award. And the formal relay division began in 1992, and a team called Team Mannheim from Atlanta, Georgia won. That was put together by Jim Kennedy. And so winners of the fastest relay team, or relay division now, win the Jim Kennedy Award. And Team Viasat, obviously, were the relay team this year. So here is Fred Volkling with the Jim Kennedy Award. Again, this is provisional time, but 5 days, 20 hours, 33 minutes. Really great job. Congratulations on a fine race across America.